हरिः ओम् नमः सर्वेभ्यः। अष्टाध्यायीपरिचयः इत्यत्र अद्य चतुष्पञ्चाशत्तमः पाठः। अस्मिन् वर्गे कारकाणाम् अभिधानं कथं भवति इत्यस्मिन् विषये अध्ययनं कुर्मः। शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। अस्माकं वर्गस्य द्वे प्रयोजने अष्टाध्याय्याः आहत्य षट्शतस्य सूत्राणां व्याख्यासहितम् उदाहरणसहितं च अध्ययनं तथा च अष्टाध्याय्याः प्रथमाध्यायस्य प्रथमपादस्य द्वितीयपादस्य च कण्ठस्थीकरणम्. Let us start from where we left yesterday. अष्टाध्याय्यां विभक्तिप्रकरणं द्वितीयाध्यायस्य तृतीये पादे स्थापितमस्ति। सम्पूर्णः तृतीयः पादः तत्र विभक्तिप्रकरणस्य एव सूत्राणि वर्तन्ते। सर्वाणि सूत्राणि नियमसूत्राणि सन्ति। अस्य तृतीयपादस्य प्रथमं सूत्रमस्ति अनभिहिते। अनभिहिते इति अधिकारसूत्रम् अस्ति। अयम् अधिकारः अस्मिन् तृतीये पादे इत्युक्ते विभक्तिप्रकरणे सर्वत्र प्रचलति। अस्य अधिकारस्य अर्थः कः इति चेत् अनभिहिते इति अधिकारः अत्र वेदितव्यः। यत् इतः ऊर्ध्वम् अनुक्रमिष्यामः अनभिहिते इत्युक्ते अनुक्ते इत्युक्ते अनिर्दिष्टे एव तद् वेदितव्यम्। सामान्यभाषायां यत्र पदार्थे विद्यमानायाः कारकशक्तेः निर्देशः केनचित् अन्येन मार्गेण कृतः नास्ति तत्रैव तस्य कारकस्य निर्देशार्थम् अस्मिन् अधिकारे पाठितं नियमम् अनुसृत्य यथोचितं सुप् प्रत्ययः प्रयोक्तव्यः। यदि कारकस्य निर्देशः अन्येन मार्गेण कृतः वर्तते तर्हि तस्य कारकस्य निर्देशार्थम् अत्र अस्य अधिकारस्य सूत्रस्य प्रयोगः न करणीयः इति अत्र अस्य अधिकारस्य आशयः। This goes till all the way from 232 up to 2373. I copied the slide from yesterday, so forgot to fix the typing mistake. There might be some other typing mistakes also in yesterday's PPT. You can send it on the group. Now, with this particular information, the student asks the question. The student is not very clear about what is this अन्येन मार्गेण. So, अनभिहित इति अधिकारः किमर्थम् उक्तः? किं पदार्थे विद्यमानायाः कारकशक्तेः निर्देशः एकाधिकैः प्रकारैः संभवति. And then the Acharya says there are not just one or two, but there are 6 different ways in which the Karaka Shakti can be represented. So वस्तुतः कारकशक्तेः निर्देशः षड्भिः प्रकारैः सम्भवति. सुप् प्रत्ययेन, तिङ् प्रत्ययेन, कृत् प्रत्ययेन, तद्धित प्रत्ययेन, समासेन तथा च निपात means अव्यय like इति and so on. So अव्ययेन निपातेन. परन्तु अयं क्लिष्टः विषयः अतः अस्य अस्माकम् अभ्यासक्रमे समग्ररूपेण अध्ययनं वयं न कुर्मः। तत्र तद्धितप्रत्ययेन समासेन तथा च निपातेन कारकस्य अभिधानं कथं भवति इति त्यजामः। We will not discuss these aspects in our course. परन्तु सुप् प्रत्ययेन तिङ् प्रत्ययेन तथा च कृत् प्रत्ययेन कारकस्य अभिधानं कथं भवति तस्य एव अत्र अध्ययनं करिष्यते। So then the Acharya gives the examples. Sup pratyayena karakasya abhidhanam Ramaha odanam pachati ityatra odana padarthe vidyamanam karmatvam ओदन शब्दात् विहितेन द्वितीया सम्यकेन इति सुप् प्रत्ययेन प्रकटी भवति. So that is the कर्म कारक indicated using the सुप् प्रत्यय called So ओदन पदार्थे विद्यमानं कर्मत्वं सुप् प्रत्ययेन प्रकटी भवति. रामः ओदनं पचति इत्यत्र रामपदार्थे या कर्तृत्वशक्तिः विद्यते सा कर्तृत्वशक्तिः पच धातोः विहितेन ति इति तिङ् प्रत्ययेन प्रकटी भवति. And finally, रामः ओदनं पक्ववान् अस्मिन् वाक्ये रामपदार्थे विद्यमानाया कर्तृत्वशक्तिः सा पच धातोः विहितेन कृत् प्रत्ययेन सोक्तवतु इति कृत् प्रत्ययेन प्रकटी भवति. And the student surrenders. He says, Prathamam udaharanam tu avagatam, saralamasti, parantu dvitiye tritiye cha udaharane, ting pratyayena, krut pratyayena va karakasya abhidhanam katham krutam, tad kimapi navagatam. And now the teacher is going to explain this particular answer, is going to unfold this particular mystery. Stay tuned. So before we go to the direct answer of this question, there is some background that needs to be built. Let's step back and talk about the very fundamental concepts in Sanskrit grammar, namely the Subantam and the Tingantam. Now we are going to dissect this Subantam into Prakriti and Pratyaya. Similarly, we are going to dissect this Tingantam into Prakriti and Pratyaya. And now we are going to focus on each of the components one by one and ask what is the prayojana of that particular component. Tasya तेन प्रत्ययेन नो चेत् तया प्रकृत्या किं निर्दिश्यते इति प्रश्नस्य अस्माभिः अत्र उत्तरम् अवधेयम्. So kasyapi, start with subantas. So kasyapi subanta padasya, like Ramaha or Ramam, Ramena, kasyapi subanta padasya dvau avayavau staha, prakriti and pratyayah, pratyekam avayavena vishishtaha arthaha prakati bhavati. So Ramam iti padam svikurmashet, tatra Ram iti pratipadikam, that is the prakriti, and that is the sup pratyayah. तत्र प्रथमः अवयवः राम. राम इति प्रातिपदिकम् अस्ति. प्रातिपदिकेन किं निर्दिश्यते इति चेत् प्रातिपदिकेन पदार्थस्य निर्देशः भवति. When we utter the pratipadika called Rama, a concept takes place or a concept emerges in our mind. The concept of Shri Ramachandra, who can be called as Dasharatha Nandana, Lakshmanasya Bhrata, Sitayaha Patihi, Ayodhyayaha Raja, and so on. Or it might be some other, your neighbor also Rama. It depends on what context you are talking. But when you say words like Rama, say Pakagruha, Odana, Agni, some idea, some meaning is generated in your mind. That is called Pratipadikartha. Pratipadikena nirdishtaha arthaha. And that artha is what the Pratipadika indicates. So Pratipadikena Rama Padarthasya Nirdeshaha Bhavati. So far so good. Everybody knows this. And then Dvitiyaha Avayavaha iti Pratyayaha. We also talked about this in the previous class. Anena Pratyayena Karaka Shaktehe Nirdeshaha Bhavati. So there is a sutram in the Anabhihita Adhikara 232 Karmani Dvitiya. This sutra will say iti Pratyayaha Karma Shaktehe Prakati-karanartham. These are all swarthika pratyayas. So Prakati-karanartham prayoktavyaha. So yaha dvitiyaha avayavaha sup pratyayaha tena karaka shaktehe nirdeshaha bhavati. Now obviously there are other reasons why sup pratyayas are added, but we will keep those aside. In the context of karakas, this is the division that we want to keep in the mind. Now this is what all we have discussed till yesterday's class. Now let us extend this to the Tinganta words. Kasyapi Tinganta padasya api dvau avayava ustaha pratyekam avayavena vishishtaha arthaha prakati bhavati. Yatha pachati iti asti chet tatra pacha iti dhatuhu tatha cha tip, the first of the 18 pratyayas, tip iti pratyaha. There is a vikarana pratyaya also coming in the picture, but again, as I mentioned, in the current context, none of those things are needed, so we will keep those aside. Pacha plus tipa, pacha iti dhatuhu, ayam dhatuhu dhatvarthasya nochet kriyayaha nirdesham karoti. So yesterday we said in the beginning of the class, dhatvarthaha kriya. So pacha iti shabdena, pacha iti dhatuna, dhatvarthasya or kriyayaha nirdeshaha bhavati. And the second avayava, tip iti pratyayaha. And unlike the sup pratyayas which are swarthika, they will only represent the karaka shakti present in the original pratipadika or original padartha. That's not the case with the tip pratyayas. Tip pratyayas are not swarthika. Tip pratyayaihi kalasya nirdeshaha bhavati. Sankhyayaha nirdeshaha bhavati. पुरुषस्य निर्देशः भवति. So we all know this, right? Vartaman kal, bhutakal, you have different forms like pathati versus apathat. Sankhyayaha, pathati versus pathanti. Purushasya, pathati versus pathasi versus pathami. So all these three things are already known. The next one is very interesting. So kalasya, sankhyayaha, purushasya and कारकस्य अथवा भावस्य निर्देशः भवति. So this is the new entity that is being introduced. That is the similarity with the sup pratyayas. Sup pratyayas can also indicate the karaka shakti. Ting pratyayas can also indicate the karaka shakti along with kala, sankhya, purusha and so on. Now let us focus on this particular thing because I don't think everybody has understood this properly. Let us focus on the first part, the dhatu. Pach iti dhatuna धात्वर्थस्य निर्देशः भवति, क्रियायाः निर्देशः भवति इति मया उक्तम्. But what is exactly this dhatvartha? So the Vyakarana Shastra says that any time you speak a dhatu like pacha, patha, likha, gama, hasa, anena dhatuna द्वयोः विषययोः निर्देशः क्रियते. This is very important, pay attention. प्रत्येकं धातुना द्वयोः विषययोः निर्देशः क्रियते. Something called as व्यापारः and something called as a phalam. And therefore we say धात्वर्थः is equal to व्यापारः plus phalam. Just like the way we have that fundamental equation of Sanskrit grammar that pratyayanta shabdaha is equal to prakriti plus pratyayaha. This is another equation in Sanskrit grammar. Dhatvarthaha is equal to vyaparaha plus phalam. And therefore, there is a very interesting or very useful karika. Phalavyaparayor dhatuhu. That's in the beginning of Bhushanasar, I think. Phalavyaparyoho dhatu. I can quickly show you. So on website, you can go to one of those Arthika Granthas, Vyakarana Bhushana Saraha. I think this Karika. Phalavyap, it starts over here. Phalavyaparyor dhatuhu. So what is dhatu? It is basically the vyapara plus phala. Phalavyaparyoho dhatuhu. Now what is vyapara and what is phala? So vyapara in simple words is all the steps that are taken for the completion of the action. So when you say Ramaha Pachati, what are the steps that you want to do? For example, Tandulanam Patre Sthapanam, Tandulanam Prakshalanam, Patre Jalasya Sthapanam, Agnehe Prajwalanam, Patrasya Agnau Samsthapanam. So every minor step, algorithmic steps that are involved in the kriya called Pachati are collectively known as Vyapara, set of actions. Somebody was asking the question in the yesterday's class, the sub-actions that constitute a given action. So all the sub-actions that eventually constitute a given action are collectively known as Vyaparaha of that main action. Kriya siddhyartham yat kimapi karyam kriyate tat sarvam vyapara shabdena vyavahriyate. Some few more examples. Khad, to eat. Kriyayaha vyaparaha. हस्तेन ओदनस्य ग्रहणम, हस्तस्य मुखं प्रतिगमनम, मुखस्य उद्घाटनम, ओदनस्य मुखे संस्थापनम, ओदनस्य चर्वणम. So all these minor tasks will include vyapara of the khadana kriya. गमन क्रियायाः व्यापारः गृहात् निर्गमनं पादयोः उत्थापनं. So picking up your left leg, putting it again, picking up the right leg, everything is that vyapara. Bhumau sthapanam, yane pravishanam, yana chalanam, all that thing is gamana kriyayaः vyaparaः. So that is the first aspect of dhatu. Now you might think that's all that a kriya does, right? What is more than vyapara? Everything that happens in the pachana kriya is eventually vyapara. But there is yet another component. That component tells us why all this vyapara is done. So when you are doing, say, pachana kriya, why are you doing all this vyapara? so that you want to cook that rice. Eating the rice and so on is different. That's a different action. The Pachana Kriya is specifically limited or terminated when the rice grains are sufficiently moistened. The Gamana Kriya is terminated when you reach your destination. The Khadana Kriya is terminated when the food reaches your stomach or reaches your, say, food pipe, esophagus, whatever, because beyond that is not Khadana, then digestion and so on starts. So each Kriya, the set of steps is done in order to get some prayojana, in order to, or with some prayojana in mind. That prayojana is called phala. So kriyayaha prayojanam phala iti shabdena vyavariyate. Phala is not an object, it's not a fruit of action. It is, uh, conceptually it might be called a fruit of the action, but it is not a physical object. It is again a concept that will tell when the kriya has ended. So idam prayojanam yavad na labhyate tavat kriya nirantaram prachalati. When you are planning to go from place A to place B, till you don't reach the place B, that kriya of gamanam, gruhat nirgamanam, padayutthapanam, bhumau sthapanam and so on is going to continue. So kriyayaha prayojanam phala shabdena vyavahriyate. Idam prayojanam yada labhyate tada kriyayaha samaptihi bhavati. फल सो फले लब्धे क्रिया अपि समाप्यते प्रयोजनं यावद् न लब्धं तावत् क्रिया निरन्तरं प्रचलति. सो पच क्रियायाः फलम् अस्ति तण्डुलानां विक्लित्तिः, सॉफ्टनिंग और मॉइस्टनिंग. खादक्रियायाः फलम् अस्ति ओदनस्य गलबिलसंयोगः. गलबिलसंयोग is the food pipe or the esophagus where the food enters and the eating is considered to be finished. So गलबिलसंयोगः. गमनक्रियायाः फलं कर्तुः उत्तरदेशसंयोगः. Uttara means the other place. It has nothing to do with Desha like India, USA and so on. Uttara Uttara means another place. Sanyoga, joining over there. So Uttara Sanyogaha. In this particular way, Dhatvartha consists of two fundamental parts and only two fundamental parts, Vyaparaha and phalam. This is an extremely crucial equation. We are going to refer to this equation again and again at multiple places as the course proceeds, as the slides proceed. Agre gacchamaha. This was all about the dhatvartha. Now let's go to the second component, pratyayartha. That was the tip pratyaya. So pacha plus tipa. Speaking technically, you never start a tinganta prakriya by saying pacha plus tipa. So tinganta rupa siddhau prathame sopane tip pratyayah kadapi na vidhiyate. प्रथमे सोपाने आदौ नित्यम लकार प्रत्ययः विधीयते. So you start by saying pach plus lat. So lat, lit, lut, these are all pratyayas in Sanskrit grammar. You might know them as the names of lakaras, but that's different. In the frame of Sanskrit grammar, they are all pratyayas. They are technically krut pratyayas. Lat is a krut pratyaya. Lit is a krut pratyaya. So they are all pratyayas. We just don't call them krut pratyayas because the common notion of krut pratyayas and krudantas is not satisfied by them. Anytime you say pacha plus lata, eventually in place of that lata, tip, tas, jhi and so on is going to come. We will learn all that when we go to say 9th module starting with the tingantas and dhatu prakaranam. But for now we have to understand तिङन्त रूप सिद्धौ वस्तुतः धातोः साक्षात् तिङ् प्रत्ययः नैव विधीयते. आदौ धातोः यथोचितं लकार प्रत्ययः विधीयते. ततः लकारस्य आदेश रूपेण तिङ् प्रत्ययः यथोचितं प्रक्रियायां भागं गृह्णाति. So you start by saying pach plus lat. Vartamane lata is the sutram that will bring the pratyaya lata in order to indicate Vartamana kala. So see, ting pratyayas are already starting to express the kala. And then in place of lata, there is a sutram tiptasji which will bring the prathama purusha ekvachana tip pratyaya. So pacha plus tipa, that tipa comes in place of lata. And therefore, these lakara pratyayas and hence the ting pratyayas, adesh rupena vihitaha ting pratyayaha, kim kurvanti? Kalam darshayanti. So because the lat pratyaya is added in the specific kala, the tip pratyaya also carries that particular reference, carries that information. So vartamane lat, anadyatane bhute lang, bhute lung, bhavishyati lut, and so on. Obviously, lot and so on might not indicate kala, but again, we'll keep those things aside. We are only going to focus on things that matter for the karaka discussion. So, ete lakara pratyaha like lat, lung, and so on, kalam darshayanti. And second most important thing, as I mentioned, karakam darshayanti. So, the lakara pratyayas can indicate a kartru karakam. Lakara pratyayas can indicate a karma karakam, or they can indicate bhava. Bhava is the kriya itself, the action itself. So there are three things that these pratyayas, lakara in the sense tiptas, ji and so on will indicate. Either kartrukarakam or karmakarakam or bhava. They do not indicate other karakas like karana, sampradana, apadana, adhikarana and so on. And that is the reason why suddenly a light bulb is going to glow in everybody's brain. That is the reason why in Sanskrit grammar we have kartari prayoga and karmani prayoga and bhave prayoga, but not karana prayoga, sampradana prayoga, apadana prayoga and so on. It is all rooted over here. So the lakara pratyayas will show kartrukaraka, karmakaraka or bhava. And the examples are in Ramaha Pachati, the pip pratyaya that is added to the pacha verb is going to indicate the karta of the pacha. Therefore, this is kartari prayoga. In Odanaha Pachyate, the ta, because the Atmanepada Pratyaya, the ta Pratyaya added to the Pacha verb is going to indicate the karma of the Pacha Dhatu, and therefore this is called Karmani Prayoga. And in Hasyate, there is a ta pratyaya that neither indicates the karta nor indicates the karma, but it indicates the kriya itself. So this time it is a swarthika pratyaya. It is repeating the action itself. It indicates the bhava, it indicates the kriya. Therefore, it is called bhave prayoga. In this way, you have kartari prayoga where the ting pratyaya indicates the karta, karmani prayoga where the ta pratyaya or the ting pratyaya indicates the karma, and bhave prayoga where the ta pratyaya, the ting pratyaya in general will indicate the bhava. So that's how the lakara pratyayas indicate the kala, lakara pratyayas indicate the karaka, and then yasya karakasya nirdesham kurvanti tasya karakasya sankhyaam darshayanti. So in the kartari prayoga, when the tip pratyaya is indicating the karta, the sankhya of that kartrutva shakti is being told. So pachati means ekasankhyaatmakaha karta. Pachataha means dvisankhyaatmakaha karta. Pachanti means bahusankhyaatmakaha karta. In the same way, pachyate means ekasankhyaatmakam karma. Pachyate means dvisankhyaatmakam karma. Pachyante means bahusankhyaatmakam karma, and that is the reason why in bhave prayoga you cannot have dvivachanam or bahuvachanam, because an action cannot be quantified. And therefore, in the bhava, only there is ekavachanam, whereas in case of kartari prayoga and karmani prayoga, you have the sankhya of the corresponding karaka, which can cause the ekavachana, dvivachana, and bahuvachana on these ting pratyayas. Any questions so far? You can raise your hand. There is one question, but I don't understand the question. So if you want to ask, you can raise your hand. Otherwise, I will move ahead. हाँ, नमस्ते.
नमस्ते आचार्य. अत्र पच्यते इत्यत्र तिप् प्रत्ययः अस्ति खलु?
आत्मनेपदमस्ति खलु तिप्तझि सिप्तस्थ मिप्वस्मस् त आतां झ थास् आथां दम् आत्मनेपदमस्ति किल पच्यते
यकारः अपि आगच्छति खलु तत्र
विकरणप्रत्ययः सो दैट्स विकरणप्रत्ययं त्यजामः इदानीं पच्यति इत्यत्रापि विकरणप्रत्ययः अस्ति पच्यते इत्यत्र यकारः विकरणप्रत्ययः अस्ति
यकारः विकरणप्रत्ययरूपेण
यकारः विकरणप्रत्ययः
आमाम्
एनी फर्दर क्वेश्चंस If not, then with this particular background, let us now go back to our discussion, the question that the Chhatra had asked. So the Chhatra continues his question. Now this is going to be a dialogue that runs for I think 4, 5, 6 slides I think. So the Chhatra continues the question and he says, Pachati ityatra tip pratyayena kartrukarakasya nirdeshah bhavati iti bhavata uktam. तथैव पच्यते इत्यत्र त प्रत्ययेन कर्मकारकस्य निर्देशः अपि भवति इति भवता उक्तम्. But I don't buy these siddhantas. These siddhantas seem illogical to me, is what he says. Why? He says, if I just say pachati, I have no idea who is cooking. Who is karta? Is it Devadatta or is it Yagyadatta or Somadatta? I have no idea. When we say pachyate, what is being cooked? It is odana or apupa or something else. I have no idea. So how do you say that pachyati is indicating the karta and pachyate is indicating the karma? I don't get any idea of what is being cooked or who is cooking and so on. So I don't buy whatever argument you are giving. So etat sarvam katham kevalam pachyati iti uchyamane कः पचति देवदत्तः पचति उत यज्ञदत्तः पचति उत कश्चन अन्यः अस्य ज्ञानं नैव भवति. एवमेव केवलं पच्यते इति उच्यमाने किं पच्यते ओदनः अपूपः अन्यः पदार्थः अस्य ज्ञानमपि नैव भवति. So compare and contrast it when you say Ramena or say Agnina. That Karana Karaka actually tells that it is the Agni Padartha which has the Karana Shakti. Here, when I say Pachati, you are happily saying Kartrutva Shakti is being indicated, but who has that Kartrutva Shakti? How do I know? Or who has that Karmatva Shakti? How do I know? So, Tarhi Pachati ityatra tip pratyayaha kartrukarakasya nirdeshakaha katham pachyate ityatra ta pratyayaha karmakarakasya nirdeshakaha katham. So all that you have told me so far might be a very good textbook siddhanta, but it is completely illogical. Anybody wants to give the answer to this Chhatra? Or anybody thinks this question itself is dumb question? I'll wait for 30 seconds. Anybody who wants to comment anything on this question? Vidyaji.
प्रयते महोदय तत्र विषयद्वयं मया चिन्तितम्. एकं तु पचति इति वदामश्चेत् तत्र पचति इति साक्षात् धातुना न अवगतं कर्ता कः इति. परन्तु कर्ता अस्ति एव, पूर्वमेव अस्ति, तस्य कृते अन्यः किमपि न आवश्यकम् इति पूर्वं किम् उक्तवान् तदेव वदामि. पचामि इति वदामि चेत्, पचसि इति वदामि चेत् तत्र एव अन्तर्भवति कर्ता इति. तत्र इति विषयद्वयं मया चिन्तितमासीत्, परन्तु सम्यक् न वा इति न जानामि.
तर्हि पचामि इत्यत्रापि अहम् इति कर्ता तथा अभिप्रीयते इति सत्यमस्ति. पचसि इत्यत्रापि तथैव. अतएव पचति इत्यस्य उदाहरणं स्वीकृतं, परन्तु सः सिद्धान्तः पचति इत्यत्र स्वीकर्तुं न शक्यते किल.
साक्षात् धातुना न उच्यते, अन्यत् क्रियान्वयी.
So compare and contrast it with Agnina. Agnina has full information. Agni padarthe vidyamana karana shakti tap pratyena nirdishyate. Clear? And this is going to lead to a different question. I also may say that if you say Ramaha and if you change your siddhantas and say let su pratyaya have the kartruto shakti, so then the whole problem is solved, right? Why have such a complex? Correct. So if sup pratyaya gets the kartrutva shakti, we change all the siddhanta and we say let sup pratyaya get the kartrutva shakti, then that whole problem gets collapsed, because just like Agnina, now Ramaha can also give the full information that the kartrutva shakti is present in Rama. So first of all, you are creating a complex siddhanta and that is causing multiple questions on the top of it. That's fair enough. Reshma ji, you have something to contribute?
Yes, namaste.
Namaste.
I think here, when we are saying about phala and vyapar, the pacha dhatu has nothing to do who the karta is, whether it is Devadatta, Yajnadatta, anyway. The pacha dhatu has only to contribute on the what actions it is going to take and what is the resultant.
The phala, correct.
The phala.
Correct. So then why are we saying that tip pratyaya is indicating karta? The problem remains. Why are we saying that tip pratyaya indicates karta?
So it is indicating a purush, means prathama purush, and
But does it
that can
indicate
be anyone. That is what I think.
But then that's not the argument that we do for Agnina. When you say Agnina, are you saying any padartha is having Karana Shakti? No, right?
No.
No. So why do this Sapatna Bhava in case of Tipa? Umaji, you have something to say? If you have watched my Hindi videos, I don't want you to discuss the answer. If it is something that comes from your brain, then it's okay. Otherwise, no.
अत्र कर्तरि शप् इत्यनेन कर्तृर्थे भवति वा? तिङ् प्रत्ययः ति पच् अति इदानीं ति इस् रिप्रेसेण्टिङ्ग् द कर्ता कर्तृर्थे कर्तरि शप्
Kartari shapa is completely irrelevant over here. Kartari ityukte kartararthe tip pratyayaha bhavati, parantu karta kaha ityasya jnanam eva na vartate iti mama prashnaha asti atra. Is everybody clear with the question that the can I get some hand raises? I mean, at least thumbs ups to understand the question is clear. Because if the question itself is not clear, then the whole thing is hopeless. So the question is, compare and contrast this with, say, Agnina. In Agnina, the tap pratyaya added on Agnina will tell me that this whole Karana Shakti is in Agni. The word tells me that the Karana Shakti is in Agni. But here I am not getting who is the Karta, Devadatta or Yajnadatta. This is a crucial question that should come to your mind. It should have come to your mind yesterday when I randomly proposed that tip pratyaya indicates a Karta or seta pratyaya indicates a Karma and so on. Random siddhantas don't make sense unless they are logically testified. So understand this. This is going to enlighten a lot of you. Understand this. Acharya says, please understand carefully, that Devadatta Padartha is different and the Kartrutva Shakti entering the Devadatta is different. These are two completely different concepts. We are not mixing these concepts, and we never said, even from the beginning, that tip pratyaya will indicate padartha. तिप् प्रत्ययेन पदार्थस्य निर्देशः भवति इति कुत्रापि अस्माभिः न उक्तम्. टिप् प्रत्ययेन केवलं शक्तेः निर्देशः भवति इति अस्माभिः उक्तम्. सा शक्तिः कुत्र वर्तते, सा शक्तिः कथं कार्यं करोति इति सर्वं भिन्नः विषयः. So the reason why this concept is sound, it is not answering the question, but the point to understand is that question need not be answered because it is an irrelevant question. We never said that the padartha is being indicated. We only said that the Shakti which is entering Devadatta while being in action, while acting as a Karta, is being indicated over here. So Acharya says, idam avagamyatam Devadatta padarthaha bhinnaha tatra pravishta kartrutva shaktihi bhinna. Two different concepts. एताभ्याम द्वाभ्याम केवलं कर्तृत्व शक्तेः एव निर्देशः तिप् प्रत्ययेन भवति, पदार्थस्य निर्देशः न भवति. अतः केवलं पचति इति उच्यमाने कः पचति इत्युक्ते सा कर्तृत्व शक्ति कुत्र वर्तते, देवदत्ते वर्तते उत यज्ञदत्ते वर्तते उत अन्यत्र कुत्रचित् वर्तते, अस्य ज्ञानं नैव भवति नैव च आवश्यकम्, एवमेव पच्यते इत्यत्र विद्यमानेन त प्रत्ययेन केवलं कर्मशक्तिः एव निर्दिश्यते, तस्याः शक्तेः आधाररूपेण विद्यमानः तण्डुलादिपदार्थः अत्र न निर्दिश्यते. But then our student is very stubborn. I mean, we need such stubborn students, right? Otherwise, the siddhantas of Vyakarana will never unfold. So the student says, well, this is okay, all theoretical things are okay, but I gave you an example a few minutes ago. Compare Agnina with Pachati. When we have the word Agnina, we actually know the Agni Padartha over there. But when I say Pachati, I don't know who is Devadatta or Yajnadatta. So there is a difference between your treatment of Karana Karaka versus your treatment of Kartru Karaka. So the Chhatra says, Idam Samyak Navagatam. So Devadatte Pravishta Kartrutva Shaktihi Kartru Karakam iti Satyameva asti. परंतु देवदत्तम विना तस्याः उपस्थितिः नैव संभवति. अतः देवदत्तम एव वयं कर्तृरूपेण स्वीकुर्मः. Yesterday only we saw that there is a abhed. We gave an example of Google versus search. When you say you want to search, you just say you Google. So in exactly the same way, Shakti and the object are not being considered different in our yesterday's discussion also. So Devadatta padarthameva vayam kartrurupena svikurmah. अस्यां स्थितौ यदि देवदत्त पदार्थस्य निर्देशः तिप्रत्ययेन न भवति तर्हि तिप् प्रत्ययः कर्तारं कथं बोधयेत्? How can your tip pratyaya indicate the karta if it is not indicating devadatta padartha? Because we have an understanding that kartutva shakti and that padartha is the same. And now the teacher gives a very interesting answer. The teacher says that understand, you were talking about Agnina. So let me actually pick the example of Agnina, or over here I have the word Devadattaya on the slide. So let's pick the word Devadattaya and take the example of Devadatta and understand what is happening. So in Devadattaya, we have a split up of Devadatta plus Nye. And now the pratyaya that is indicating the sampradana karaka is Nye. And the question is your Nye pratyaya, which is indicating sampradana karaka, alone, the pratyaya alone, telling you whether the sampradana shakti is in Devadatta or Yajnadatta or somewhere else? It is not telling you any of that information. Only when the Nye pratyaya is added to the Devadatta word, only then that new information is revealed. Simply the Nye pratyaya is only talking about the sampradana shakti. It is not talking about the place where the sampradana shakti is present. In exactly the same way, simply saying tip pratyaya can indicate only the karta without indicating the underlying object. So the Acharya clarifies, he says, Asya prashnasya uttaram anyasya karakasya adhareena vadami yena idam suspashtam syat devadattaya iti padam svikurmaha atra nye iti chaturthi vibhaktehe pratyayah anena chaturthi vibhaktehe pratyayena kim karakam dyotyate. So the Chhatra says sampradana karakam. And then the Acharya says, that is correct. But that Nye pratyaya, does it also indicate Devadatta padartha? The student says, no. Devadatta padartha tu Devadatta shabdena eva nirdishyate. Nye pratyayena na nirdishyate. Nye pratyayena tu kevalam karakam eva nirdishyate. And the student has now already given the answer on his own. So the teacher just reiterates. He says, exactly in the same way, we can talk here also, yatha nye iti sup pratyayena devadatta padarthasya nirdesham vina sampradana shaktihi uchyate. Tathaiva tip iti ting pratyayena api devadatta padarthasya nirdesham vina कर्तृत्व शक्ति अवश्यम वक्तुम शक्यते. तथैव त इति तिङ् प्रत्ययेन अपि ओदन पदार्थस्य निर्देशं विना कर्म शक्तिः अपि अवश्यम वक्तुम शक्यते. So what is the conclusion over here? The conclusion is that let it be the sup pratyas like nye or ngasi or ngas or and so on, or let it be the tip pratyayas sup pratyayaihi ting pratyayaihi cha कारक शक्ति एव निर्दिश्यते तस्याः आधार रूपेण विद्यमानः पदार्थः न निर्दिश्यते. Once this particular understanding gets fixed in the brain, questions like Ti Pratyaya is not indicating Devadatta will not come in picture. Why? Because Devadatta is simply the place where Kartutva Shakti is there. Just like the way Nye Pratyaya does not indicate Devadatta Padartha, it only indicates Sampradana Shakti. In the same way, Tip Pratyaya only indicates, or Ting Pratyaya only indicates the Karaka Shakti, let it be Kartutva Shakti, Karma Shakti, whatever, it cannot or does not indicate the actual underlying Padartha. Any questions so far? Anything that is not clear? Too much of Shastra? I mean, it will be too much of Shastra probably, but anything that is not clear, feel free to ask. If not, we will move ahead because the student is very stubborn. The student is not going to listen. Yogi ji.
Chair, namaste. Are you able to hear me? Because some work is going on. You are able to? Yeah.
Yes.
The thing is, how the entire discussion is related to Abhihita and
Yes,
Anahita.
correct. Hold on. Towards the end of the class, everything will just connect.
Okay.
Any other question? Vidya ji.
Okay, still, if I were that student trying to get that answer, yes, the Karaka Shakti is in the verb,
Not
but
verb, pratyaya.
in the pratyaya, in the ti pratyaya. But if I were to understand it even from a supratyaya perspective, I could still understand it as Rama has that Shakti as well, right? Like from why is it different for just this versus the other?
Very good, very good. So this is definitely a question that I'm going to address. But before that question, there is yet another previous question that I need to address because this discussion is not yet complete. I have a hanging point over here which I want to take on the next slide, and then after that I'll come to your question. So understand the next point that we are discussing right now, that Acharya has discussed everything, that Nye Pratyaya does not, the Nye Pratyaya does not, what's happened? Okay. The Nye Pratyaya does not indicate the Sampradana, does not indicate the Padartha. It only indicates the Sampradana Shakti. In exactly the same way, Tip Pratyaya or Ting Pratyaya also does not indicate the Karta, only indicates Kartrutva Shakti, but the student is still not satisfied. Understand what the student asks. Acharya bhavatah vakyasya ashayah avagataha maya. Parantu चतुर्थी एकवचनस्य ङे प्रत्ययः नित्यं देवदत्त शब्देन सह एव युज्यते किल. So I understand that ङे on its own is not indicating the padartha, but ङे will not appear on its own. ङे will only appear with the Devadatta word, and when the ङे pratyaya is combined with Devadatta, the resultant word Devadattaya will give me all the information that I need. So ङे प्रत्ययः नित्यं देवदत्त शब्देन सह एव युज्यते, अतः देवदत्ताय इति शब्देन संप्रदान शक्तेः अपि ज्ञानं भवति, तथा च सा शक्तिः यत्र वर्तते तस्य देवदत्त पदार्थस्य अपि निर्देशः भवति. So I agree with you that ङे pratyaya is only indicating the Shakti, but the ङे pratyaya sits along with the Devadatta Padartha, not along with Dhatu. So when ङे pratyaya sits along with Devadatta Padartha, the combined entity will paint the full picture. Atah tatra avagamane kleshaha nasti. But for Tip pratyaya, it is not like that. Tip is not added to Devadatta. tip is added to dhatu. So when the final word is created pachati, I still have that sandeha. So when tip pratyasya vishay tatha nasti, tip pratyaya devadatta padarthena shabdas devadatta padarthena saha naiva prayujyate, अतएव तत्र तिप प्रत्ययेन कारकनिर्देश तिप प्रत्ययेन कथं कारकस्य निर्देशः भवति इत्यस्मिन् विषये मम मनसि इतोपि सन्देहः वर्तते. And then Acharya says, this is a valid question. Tip pratyayah devadatta padarthena sah naiva vidyate. Sah tu dhatoho yoge eva vidyate. Parantu asya kaha arthaha. So what exactly it means? It doesn't mean that tip pratyaya is disqualified from showing the kartrutva shakti. It only means that tip pratyayanta word called pachati does not give you the same information that nye pratyayanta devadattaya word gives you. So tip pratyayah devadatta shabdena devadatta padarthena sah shabdena devadatta shabdena sah naiva vidyate saha tu dhatoho yoge vidyate asya kaha arthaha iti cheta tip pratyayantena pachati iti shabdena devadatta padarthasya nirdeshah na bhavati parantu kartrutva shaktehe nirdeshe tatra doshah na vartate यथान्ये प्रत्ययेन संप्रदानस्य निर्देशः भवति तथैव tip pratyayena kartrutva shaktehe nirdeshah bhavati. So the student has come to a final place where the Acharya now agrees and he says, yes, there is a fundamental difference between the words called devadattaya and words called pachati. The difference was not in the pratyayas. The nye pratyaya indicated only the shakti, the tip pratyaya indicated only the shakti. The difference came because the nye pratyaya was added to a pratipadika indicating that padartha. So the whole word devadattaya could carry the full information, whereas the tip pratyaya is not added to that padartha. So pachati as a word does not carry that full information of where the kartrutva shakti or karmatva shakti lies, but that doesn't block you from making tip pratyaya as the one that indicates the karta or karma. So there is a difference. Full information is not revealed, but that's not a deal breaker. So the chhatra tries to reiterate what he has understood so far. या कर्तृत्व शक्ति देवदत्ते अस्ति सा कर्तृत्व शक्ति देवदत्त शब्दात् विहितेन सुप्रत्ययेन न निर्दिश्यते अपितु तस्मिन् एव वाक्ये विद्यमानेन पचति इति तिङन्ते विद्यमानेन तिप् प्रत्ययेन निर्दिश्यते. So the kartrutva shakti is not indicated by the supratyaya of devadattaha. Rather, the kartrutva shakti is indicated by the tip pratyaya present in pachati. Iti eva bhavataha abhiprayah kila. And the Acharya says, yes, now you have understood this. Samyak avagatam tvaya punarekavaram vadami devadatta padarthe kartrutva shakti avashyam asti. Pacha dhatu is not having kartrutva shakti. Devadatta padartha is having kartrutva shakti. Tatra samshayaha nasti. परंतु अस्याः कर्तृत्व शक्तेः निर्देशः देवदत्त शब्दात् विहितेन सुप्रत्ययेन न भवति अपितु पच धातोः विहितेन तिङ् प्रत्ययेन भवति इत्येव व्याकरण सिद्धान्तः. So the rule of grammar is that in case of devadattah pachati, tip pratyaya indicates the karta. In case of odanaha pachyate, the ta pratyaya indicates the karma. The su pratyaya present in devadattaha cannot indicate karta. The su pratyaya present in odanaha cannot indicate karma. Rather, the prathama vibhakti cannot indicate any karaka whatsoever. And then comes the real burning question. Why all this circus? अस्तु आचार्य, परंतु किं कारणम् अस्य क्लिष्ट सिद्धान्तस्य? What is somebody saying? What, Vidyaji, what is your question?
क्षम्यतां महोदय, तत्र भवान् उक्तवान् देवदत्तशब्देन कर्तारं न दर्शितः इति, परन्तु तत्र
कर्तृत्व शक्ति, the su pratyay,
Shakti, right? Not just Karta, right? You said Devadatta, it does not indicate the Karta, but Devadatta is the Karta. The Kartrutva Shakti is what Devadatta is indicating, and the Karaka Shakti is what indicated by the
Devadatta word is indicating only the person, a person with hand, legs, and so on. That's the Devadatta person. That is Pratipadika. That is being indicated by Devadatta. Padartha, as somebody is saying. The object. The Kartrutva Shakti is indicated by Tip Pratyaya. I have still not answered the question of what the Su Pratyaya is indicating. It is a mystery yet. The Devadatta word indicates the object. That object might have Kartrutva Shakti, Karmatva Shakti, Karanatva Shakti, anything. We don't know that. The Pachati word tells that Devadatta Shabda, Devadatta Padartha has the Kartrutva Shakti. Clear so far?
Yeah, but
this is the whole essence.
I thought, like in the last statement, I
in my speaking or in the thing that is written on the slide?
In your explanation, Mahodaya, from
okay,
that
then I might have missed a sentence or so. I keep on thinking next 10 sentences while I speak. So it's possible a slip of tongue or whatever. So let's clarify this. Devadatta padarthaha Devadatta shabdena nirdishyate. So that's the pratipadika. Devadatta padarthe vidyamana kartrutva shaktihi tip pratyena nirdishyate. That is attached to the pacha dhatu. That's the essence.
Got it, Mahodaya. You also probably said the tip pratyaya indicates the karta. Does it? That's the question.
The karta, in the sense, karta and kartrutva shakti are one and the same. What is karta? It is a karaka, right? Devadatta padartha has the kartrutva. So karta doesn't mean a person. Karta means kartrutva shakti. There is no difference between the two words. Otherwise, the karakas are karta, karma, karana, the same, right? So when I say Devadatta indicates karta, it means it indicates kartru karaka. That's all that I meant. Clear? Okay, so now the next very important question, why this all nonsense? Astu acharya, parantu kim karanam asya klishta siddhantasya Devadattam pashyati. So the Krishna Devadattam pashyati. Krishna sees Devadatta. Devadattam pashyati ityatra pratyena karma nirdeshyate. Devadattaya dadati ityatra nge pratyena sampradanam nirdeshyate. Uchitam nanu? तर्हि देवदत्तः पचति इत्यत्र अपि सुप्रत्ययेन एव कर्तृकारकस्य निर्देशः भवति इत्येव स्वीकुर्मः तदेव सरलं स्यात् ननु. So that is the real question. Everybody please pay attention. Anybody wants to contribute an answer? Those who don't know. If you already know by listening some of my other classes, don't speak. If you want to just think and tell, I'm happy to spend 5 minutes. We have actually too many slides pending, but still. So let's actually look at the answer. So the answer is why not a simple Siddhanta? And the Acharya says, if you create such a simple Siddhanta, understand the answer. If you create such a simple Siddhanta, entire Sanskrit grammar will collapse. It's a fundamental mistake that you will end up in, and entire grammar will collapse. The language itself cannot be represented by grammar. Why? Acharya says, let us take a simple statement called Devadattaha pachanti in the Bahuvachanam. Devadattaha pachanti. And now we are going to assume your Siddhanta. We are going to use mathematics, reductio absurdum. Assume something and then come to a contradiction. So pay attention. Let us now take this sentence of Devadattaha pachanti. This is a valid Sanskrit sentence, so our grammar must be able to derive it. And now see, if the su pratyaya, now just pratyaya over here, su au just, if hypothetically just pratyaya starts indicating the kartrutva shakti, then because there are many Devadattas, there is a Bahuvachanam, and therefore you can use the Jas Pratyaya to indicate Devadattaha. But now, why are you doing the Bahuvachanam on Pachanti? Which rule allows you to do the Bahuvachanam on Pachanti? Now the Pratip Pratyaya is not indicating the Karta. Now Pachanti has only the Pacha component. It is a Vyapara and a Phala. Vyapara cannot have multiplicity. You can say many Devadattas are cooking. You cannot say Devadattas are many cooking. Vyapara has no sense of multiplicity. Phala has no sense of multiplicity. Odana Padartha might be multiple, but Vikliti or Uttaradesha Praptihi or Galabila Sanyogaha, these concepts cannot have multiplicity. So sentences like Devadattaha Pachanti cannot be justified by grammar. You cannot add a Bahuvachana Pratyaya on the Pacha Dhatu. Why? Because there is no reason, no valid argument to apply the Bahuvachana. Understand this. So Acharya says, tat saralam avashyam syat, parantu tadrusham svikurmah chet bahavaha doshaha jayeran, bahavaha doshaha bhavishyanti. Yatha devadattaha pachanti asmin vakye devadatta shabdat bahutva nirdeshartham jas pratyayah sthapitah iti spashtam. परंतु पच इति धातोः योगे किमर्थं बहुवचनस्य प्रत्ययः? व्हाय देवदत्ताः पचन्ति? व्यापारस्य बहुवचनमस्ति वा? फलस्य बहुवचनमस्ति वा? वस्तुतः तु व्यापारस्य फलस्य च संख्यया निर्देशः नैव संभवति. पचति इत्यत्र तण्डुलमार्जन अग्निज्वलनादिकः व्यापारः, Tandula Viklitihi, softening, moistening of the rice grains, iti phalam, pachanti. So that was for pachati. Pachati ityatra agnita tandula marjana agnijwalanadikaha vyaparaha, tandula viklitihi cha phalam, pachanti ityatrapi tadrishaha eva vyaparaha, tadrisham eva phalam. तर्हि पचति तथा पचन्ति एतयोः शब्दयोः अर्थमध्ये कः भेदः? What is the difference between pachati versus pachatah versus pachanti? What multiplicity you are actually indicating? यदि कोऽपि भेदः नास्ति तर्हि पचन्ति इत्यत्र बहुवचनं किमर्थम्? एतादृशाः सर्वे प्रश्नाः अत्र आगच्छन्ति, उपतिष्ठेयुः. एतादृशाः दोषाः मा भुवन्, अतः देवदत्ताः पचन्ति इत्यादिषु वाक्येषु तिप् प्रत्ययेन कर्तृत्व शक्तिः निर्दिश्यते इति सिद्धान्तः स्वीकृतः अस्ति. अस्मिन् सिद्धान्ते स्वीकृते इदानीं कर्तृत्व शक्तेः संख्यां दर्शयितुं. So there are 5 Devadattas, each of them gets a new Shakti. So now you can indicate the multiplicity. So कर्तृत्व शक्तेः संख्यां निर्देशयितुं द्विवचनस्य बहुवचनस्य च प्रत्ययाः अवश्यं सम्भवन्ति. So pachanti indicates the multiplicity of the कर्तृत्व शक्ति, and pachatah indicates the dvitva or the doubling of the kartrutva shakti. Therefore, now shakti can have multiplicity. Therefore, the tip pratyaya is required to indicate the kartrutva shakti. So it is not something that came up in Panini's mind just to complicate the grammar. It is an inevitable conclusion of Vyakarana. See how deep he has thought through all these things. And then the student continues. He says, okay, I understand this is a very logical argument, but if that is the argument, then why are you adding just pratyaya on Devadatta? If pachanti is indicating the multiplicity of kartrutva shakti, why are you adding the just pratyaya on Devadatta? And forget about just pratyaya. Moola rupena devadattah pachati ityatrapi devadatta shabdat su pratyayah katham. So somebody is perfectly asking, why su au jas? Prathama vibhaktehe su au jas pratyayanam kim prayojanam? So see how this go down the rabbit hole questions are going one after the other. So if you are saying that pachanti is indicating multiplicity of karaka shakti, then why are you adding su? First of all, why are you adding just pratyaya for devadattaha? And forget about just pratyaya. Why are you adding su pratyaya in the beginning? Prathama vibhaktehe su aujas iti pratyayanam kim prayojanam? And so the Acharya finally answers this question. This is, I think, the last slide of this discussion. There are many more slides, but last slide of this discussion, Acharya says, Uttamaha prashnaha yadyapi prathama samyakaihi su aujas pratyayaihi kartrukarakam na nirdishyate. So prathama samyaka pratyas do not indicate the kartrukaraka, tathapi एतेषां प्रत्ययानाम अन्यानि प्रयोजनानि सन्ति. There are many other reasons why these three pratyayas are added. First, एतेषां योजनेन पदस्य निर्माणं भवति. You cannot randomly use a pratipadika in your sentence. You have to create a pada, and all other vibhaktis, dvitiya, tritiya, chaturthi, panchami, shashti, saptami, are all reserved for other karakas. And when you are not showing any karaka, the only fallback is prathama. You have to use it to create a pada. So etesham yojanena padasya nirmanam bhavati. Kevalam devadatta iti pratipadikam vakye prayoktum na shakyam. You can only use padas and not pratipadikas or normal dhatus. So ataha tatra pada nirmanartham kaschana sup pratyayaha avashyakaha. Ataha tatra prathama vibhaktehe supa pratyayah samsthapyate. So that tells you why the prathama vibhakti has to be used, because other vibhaktis are reserved for karakas. You have to only resort to prathama, which is not indicating any karaka. And now the second question, why are you adding just pratyaya? If prathama is to be used, use a su. Why are you adding just pratyaya? Because the bahuvachan is already indicated by the tiptas jhi pratyaya in pachanti. So dvitiyam tu etaihi pratyayaihi padarthasya sankhya nirdishyate. So because the kartrutva shakti is separated out from the padartha, each of them needs to show its multiplicity. So devadatta padarthasya sankhya nirdeshartham jas pratyayah, kartrutva shaktehe sankhya nirdeshartham jhi pratyayah. In cases like Devadattaya or Devadattebhya, that problem doesn't come, because the pratyaya itself will indicate its own kartrutva shaktehe bahuvachanam and Devadatta padarthasya bahuvachanam. It's an overloaded work. But in case of tip pratyaya, the tip pratyaya is not added to Devadatta padartha. So padartha is lying at one place, shakti is lying at another place in that sentence. Each of them needs to have a proper multiplicity. That is the reason why you must have one-to-one mapping. Devadattaha pachati, Devadattau pachataha, Devadattaha pachanti. You cannot mix and match. You cannot say Devadattaha pachanti, because it will be a mismatch between the count of padarthas and count of shakti. The number of padarthas must be exactly equal to the number of shakti, and therefore the vachanas should match, and that's why it's called kartari prayoga, where the karta is indicated by the tip pratyaya. Therefore the vachan of the padartha indicating the karta must match the vachan of the kartrutva shakti indicated by the tip pratyaya. So atra devadatta padarthasya sankhya api nirdishyate. तिंग प्रत्ययेन केवलम कर्तुकारक शक्तेः संख्या निर्दिश्यते. The ting pratyay can only indicate the sankhya of the shakti, not of the padartha. Padarthasya sankhya api darshaniya khalu. tat karyam prathama samyakaha su aujas iti pratyayaha kurvanti. यथा देवदत्ताः पचन्ति इत्यत्र देवदत्त पदार्थस्य बहुत्वं, not शक्तेः, देवदत्त पदार्थस्य बहुत्वं जस् प्रत्ययेन, कर्तृत्व शक्तेः च बहुत्वं झि प्रत्ययेन निर्दिश्यते. अतः उभयत्र बहुवचनं साधुत्वं प्राप्नोति. That's the one-to-one mapping. देवदत्तः पचति, देवदत्ताः पचन्ति, उभयत्र एकम एव वचनं भवेत्. For other cases like Devadattebhyaha, Devadattebhya इत्यादिषु शब्देषु भ्यस् प्रत्ययेन एव संप्रदान शक्तेः अपि बहुत्वं निर्दिश्यते. तेनैव प्रत्ययेन देवदत्तपदार्थस्यपि बहुत्वं निर्दिश्यते. So single pratyaya is overloaded to do two different things, and therefore if you change that part of the sentence, the verb doesn't need to change. There is no relation. So you say devadattaya dadati, you also say devadattebhyaha dadati. That changing does not need to happen on the verb side, because that pratyaya has nothing to do with the karaka, nothing to do with the padartha. Neither of them are in the picture for the tip pratyaya. So atra devadattaya dadati, devadattebhyaha dadati ityatra bahuvachana samnyakah तिंग प्रत्ययः न प्रयुक्तः न हि देवदत्ते विद्यमाना संप्रदान शक्तिः तिंग प्रत्ययेन निर्दिश्यते. प्रथमा, so therefore you have the su au and jas pratyaya. And then प्रथमा संज्ञकानां सु औ जस् प्रत्ययानाम् अन्यदपि एकं प्रयोजनम् अस्ति. एतैः प्रत्ययैः प्रातिपदिकार्थस्य निर्देशः भवति, परन्तु तस्मिन् सन्दर्भे अग्रे विस्तरेण पठामः. So this last prayojana, there is a concept of pratipadikārtha. The meaning of Devadatta is replicated by the meaning of the su pratyaya, but we'll talk about that at some other point in time. And to conclude this whole discussion, tarhi किं प्रथमा विभक्त्या कारकस्य निर्देशः कदापि न भवति इति भवान् अत्र अभिप्रैति. So can prathama vibhakti never indicate karaka? And the acharya says yes, prathama vibhakti never indicates karaka. Prathama vibhakti karaka vibhakti nasti eva iti vyakarana siddhantaha. There is a concept, was karaka concept pre-existing in pre-Paninian grammar? So definitely there must have been some sutras, and if so, could this not have been solved by a paribhasha sutra? Not really, because this, I mean, paribhasha in the sense, this is all concept, right? I don't understand how paribhashas are the ones that help you interpret other sutras. So अन्येषां सूत्राणाम् अर्थः कथं वक्तव्यः तत् परिभाषा सूत्राणि वदन्ति. There is no interpretation of sutras that is happening over here. But we'll keep that aside. I have to cover up a few more slides over here. And with all this background, there was a question asked earlier, what this all has to do with anabhihite. So now let's connect the dots. Ting pratyena anabhihitatve vibhakti yojanam. Now that you know that the ting pratyaya can indicate the kartrukaraka or karmakaraka, we go back to our discussion and we say whichever karaka is not indicated by the ting pratyaya, use the sup pratyaya in the anabhitadhikara for that. So sampurnam vibhakti prakaranam anabhite iti adhikare sthapitam asti, yasya karakasya abhidhanam ting adina na bhavati tatraiva supratyena karakasya abhidhanam karaniyam. So if you take a sentence like Ramaha Agnina Pakagruhe Odanam Pachati, and now let's dissect this statement one by one. There is a tip pratyaya added on the pachadhatu. This is the kartrartha tip pratyaya. It is going to indicate the karta in the sense kartrutva shakti. Both words are same. So it is going to indicate the kartrukaraka. Tip pratyena kartrukarakasya nirdeshaha krutaha asti. Ityukte Rama padarthe vidyamanam kartrutvam ting pratyayena abhihitam asti. एतादृशस्य अभिहितस्य कारकस्य पुनः सुप्रत्ययेन निर्देशः न भवति. And therefore, Rama does not get a pratyaya that will indicate karta. The pratyaya in Sanskrit grammar that indicates the karta is tritiya. Tritiya vibhakti and shashti vibhakti are the two vibhaktis that indicate karta in Sanskrit grammar. In case of Ramaha, in case of this particular sentence, that karta is already covered by Pachati. So Rama cannot get the Tritiya Pratyaya. Rama cannot get the Shashti Pratyaya. And obviously Rama cannot get any other Pratyayas, because then it will indicate Karma Shakti, Karna Shakti, Sampradana Shakti and so on. The only remaining thing is Prathama. Therefore, केवलं पद निर्माणार्थम संख्या निर्देशार्थम च प्रथमा सम्यकः सुप्रत्ययः तत्र विधीयते. That is for Ramah. But for other words, let's say for example the Odana word, pachadhatoho prayuktena tip pratyayena karmakarakasya nirdeshah na bhavati. There are no other krut tadhita samasa anywhere coming in the picture over here. Therefore, ओदन पदार्थे या कर्म शक्ति ही वर्तते सा संपूर्ण रूपेण अनभिहिता अस्ति. Therefore, अस्यां स्थितौ अनभिहित कर्मत्वस्य निर्देशार्थम ओदन शब्दात् कर्मणि द्वितीया इति द्वितीया सम्यकः अम् प्रत्ययः प्रयुज्यते. And same thing for others. अग्नि इत्यत्र विद्यमाना करणशक्तिः, पाकगृह इत्यत्र विद्यमाना अधिकरणशक्तिः तिङ् प्रत्ययेन न निर्दिश्यते. अतः तत्र तत्र corresponding सुप् प्रत्ययः स्थापितः वर्तते. So in case of Ramah Agnina Pakagruhe Odaram Pachati indicates the Kartrutva Shakti. So Rama Padartha, the Rama word cannot have a Pratyaya indicating the Kartrutva Shakti, but uses a fallback Pratyaya called Prathama, and other words get their own Pratyayas. Same thing can be done in the Karmani Prayoga. Ramena Agnina Pakagruhe Odanaha Pachyate Ityatra पचधातोः विहितः त प्रत्यय. दिस इज अ त प्रत्यय. पचधातोः विहितेन त इति आत्मनेपदसंज्ञक प्रत्ययेन कर्मकारकस्य निर्देशः कृतः अस्ति. Now how is it indicating karmakaraka? You will learn that when we go to the Tinganta Prakaranam. For now understand that pachyate is indicating karmakaraka. Therefore Odana Padartha has the karma shakti which is already indicated by the pachyate, the ta pratyaya. Therefore there will be no sup pratyaya that will indicate the karma shakti. Karma shakti in Sanskrit grammar can be indicated by dvitiya, tritiya, chaturthi, panchami, shashti and saptami. All possible vibhaktis are there. So you cannot use any of those vibhaktis. You have to resort back to prathama. Therefore, atra kevalam padanirmanartham sankhya nirdeshartham cha prathama samyakah supratyayah odana shabdat vidhiyate. And now what is happening with the karta? Pachadhatoho prayuktena ta pratyayena kartrukarakasya nirdeshah na krutah. Only karmakaraka, not kartrukaraka. Ataha rama padarthe vidyamanam kartrutvam anabhihitam asti. Asya anabhihita kartruttvasya nirdeshartham ram shabdat. So as I mentioned, tritiya is possible and shashti is possible. You have to choose the right sutram. In this case, the tritiya sutram matches, the shashti sutram doesn't match. So you have to use the tritiya vibhakti and say ramena pachyate. So atra rama shabdat kartrukaranayos tritiya iti sutrena tritiya samyakah pratyaya vidhiyate yena ramena iti rupam siddhyati. And agnina pakagruhe, that's completely independent. That is neither pachyate, doesn't indicate that karana, adhikarana, anything. So atra etayoho anabhihitayoho karana adhikaranayoho nirdeshartham kartukaranayos tritiya saptamyadhikarane. The sutras might be new to you, don't worry about it, but these sutras are used to indicate tritiya or saptami. So that's the kartrukaraka versus karmakaraka. We also have ting pratyaya indicating bhava. So ramena hasyate ityatra hasadhatoho ta pratyayena. There is neither karta being indicated nor karma being indicated. Kevalam bhavasya eva nirdeshaha kriyate. So hasa dhatu indicates the bhava. The ting pratyaya is not indicating the karta. And there is no karma pada because the dhatu is akarmaka. Hasa dhatu is akarmaka, so there is no karma pada possible. And ting pratyaya is indicating bhava, it is not indicating karta, and therefore anabhihita karta goes in tritiya by kartrikaranayos tritiya, giving ramena hasyate. So in this way, in the bhave prayoga, and now here you can understand, in the bhave prayoga, you cannot have dvivachanam and bahuvachanam on hasyate. Why? Because bhava, kriya cannot have dvivachanam and bahuvachanam. Same problem, devadattaha pachyati. If supratyaya starts indicating the karta, pachyati cannot have bahuvachanam, and then prayogas like devadattaha pachanti will get destroyed, will fall down. In order to avoid that, the Kartrutva Shakti was imagined in the Tip Pratyaya. But here, whether it is Ramena, Ramabhyam or Ramaihi, the final word is going to be Hasyate. You don't change it to Hasyate, Hasyate, Hasyante, because Bhava cannot have multiplicity. The Hasyate, Bhave Prayoga indicates only the Kriya. That doesn't have multiplicity. So whether it is Maya, whether it is Tvaya, whether it is Ramena, Sarvatra, Ramaihi, hasyate ityeva prayogaha bhavati. So this is the summary. Memorize this table. You have three different prayogas: Kartari Prayoga, Karmani Prayoga, and Bhave Prayoga. The example in Kartari Prayoga is Ramaha Odanam Pachati. What is the pratyaya? The tip pratyaya. What does it indicate? Karta. So Kartari Prayoga, the names are given exactly like that. Kartari Prayoga indicates Karta. Therefore, the Kartrutva Shakti is Abhihita. Therefore, other things like karma tatha anyani karakani anabhihitani santi, and therefore the anabhihitadhikara will be used for karma and other karakas, whereas a supratyaya will be used for the kartruvachaka rama padartha, the word indicating that padartha, that's Rama. The coin flips, and the same thing for karmani prayoga. In Ramena Odanaha Pachyate, the ting pratyaya, the ta pratyaya in Pachyate indicates the karma. So karma is abhihita. Karta and others are anabhihita. So for karta and others, proper vibhaktis will be used. For karma, supratyaya will be used, giving odana. So karma vachakat odana padarthat. These typing mistakes I might not remember and fix it, but on group send me, and then send me the messages, and I should be able to fix them for posterity. Finally, the Bhave Prayoga Ramena Hasyate Atra Kriyaya Ting Pratyayena, not Kriyaya, Ting Pratyayena Bhavasya Nirdesha Ityukte Kriyayaha Nirdesha Bhavati. No Karaka is indicated. So Tinga Kim Anabhihitam, everything is Anabhihitam, and therefore Supratyaya is never used. You always say Ramena Hasyate. You cannot say Ramaha Hasyate. It is a Bhave Prayoga. Supratyaya cannot be used. All Karakas have to be indicated by the corresponding Vibhaktis. And that's how the three Prayogas are generated. And only three Prayogas. So you have to remember this, that Ting Pratyayena Kevalam Kartrukarakasya Karmakarakasya cha Nirdeshaha Bhavati. Anyesham Karakanam na bhavati. That's why you only have Karmani Prayoga and Kartari Prayoga, and not Karana Prayoga, Sampradana Prayoga, Apadana Prayoga, and so on. The name of the Prayoga reflects what that Ting Pratyaya indicates. So when Ting Pratyaya indicates the Kartrutva Shakti, it is Kartari Prayoga. When Ting Pratyaya indicates the Karmatva Shakti, it is Karmani Prayoga. That's all. No other Prayogas. We have completed around 80% of the class. Any questions, comments? If not, I am going to move to the next section, which is Krut Pratyaya. So till now I finished the discussion of Ting Pratyaya. The next part is Krut Pratyayena Abhihitatvam. Krut Pratyayena Karaka Nirdeshaha. We can go a little faster over there because same concepts are going to repeat. But before that, if there are any questions, I'll wait for a minute. Okay, agre gacchamaha. So last I think 3 or 4 slides. Krut pratyayena karaka nirdeshaha. So in case of krut pratyaya also, same thing is going to be repeated. So the student asks, Acharya, ting pratyayena kartrukarakasya karmakarakasya cha nirdeshaha sambhavati iti avagatam. Idanim krut pratyayena karakasya nirdeshaha katham bhavati. Tadapai krupaya uchyatam. Explain me about the krut pratyaya also. And now understand this part. Acharya says, Tatra ting pratyasya apekshaya kinchid bhinnaha vyavaharaha vidyate. Concepts are all same, but vyavahara, slight usage is slightly different. Pay close attention. Tatra ting pratyasya apekshaya kinchid bhinnaha vyavaharaha vartate. Prathamam tu krut pratyayena सर्वेषां कारकाणां निर्देशः संभवति केवलं कर्तृकारकस्य उत कर्मकारकस्य न. So ting can only indicate kartrukaraka or karmakaraka. Krut pratyaya, when we will study that, I am going to teach all this, but the trailer over here is that the krut pratyayas can indicate all karakas. Kartrukaraka, Karmakaraka, Karanakaraka, Sampradanakaraka, Apadanakaraka, Adhikaranakaraka, Kartrukaraka, all different types of karakas can be indicated by Krut Pratyaya. but we will not go in that details at the moment. अयं विषयः क्लिष्टः अस्ति, वस्तुतः क्लिष्टः नास्ति, परन्तु मत्सकाशे समयः नास्ति, अतः तस्मिन् विषये इदानीं चर्चा आवश्यकी. And anyway, when we are going into the Kridanta Prakaranam, I am going to take all examples of this. So I am going to take one example or two example of each of the karaka being indicated by the Krit Pratyay. So at that time, we will discuss all these things. So for now, only focus on the Kartru Karaka and Karma Karaka. So अयं विषयः क्लिष्टः अस्ति, अतः तस्य विषये इदानीं चर्चा नावश्यकी. केवलं कृत् प्रत्ययेन कर्तृकारकस्य कर्मकारकस्य च निर्देशः कथं भवति इति वदामि. So this is also, I think somebody wrote an example, रामेण दत्तम. So that's again exactly right, like रामेण अदीयत. So Ramah pakwavan, Rameణ pakvam, exactly like Ramah pachati, Rameణ pachate. Same story is going to repeat over here, but let's read. So for now, let us focus on how does the Krut Pratyaya indicates the Kartrukaraka or Karmakaraka. So tatra prayena sarvepi Krut Pratyayaha Kartaram eva darshayanti. So in Lakara case, you actually have a choice. Every Lakara can indicate the Kartrutva Shakti and Karmatva Shakti, indicating it is a Sakarmaka Dhatu obviously. So if the Dhatu permits, every Lakara can indicate the Kartrutva Shakti and Karmatva Shakti. You have a choice. But in case of Krut Pratyaya, you don't have a choice. Most of the Krut Pratyayas, like 95% of the Krut Pratyayas, I would say 98% of the Krut Pratyayas will indicate Kartrutva Shakti only. Only handful of Pratyayas like Kta Pratyaya or Aniyar Pratyaya, a handful of 7 or 8 Krut Pratyayas will indicate Karma Shakti. And 1, 1, 2, 2 Pratyayas over here will indicate. So Lut Pratyaya, for example, indicates Karna Shakti. Aniyar Pratyaya can indicate Sampradana Shakti. Ghaya Pratyaya can indicate Apadana Shakti. A Lut Pratyaya can also indicate Adhikarana Shakti. So 1, 1, 2, 2 Pratyayas will indicate other Shaktis. But 98% of the Pratyayas indicate Kartrutva Shakti and handful of other Pratyayas indicate Karma Shakti. So Tatra प्रायेण सर्वेपि कृत् प्रत्ययाः कर्तारम् एव दर्शयन्ति. यथा क्तवतु इति प्रत्ययेन क्रियायाः कर्ता निर्दिश्यते. रामः पाठं पठितवान् इत्यत्र पठधातोः विहितः क्तवतु प्रत्ययः पठनक्रियायाः कर्तृत्वशक्तिं दर्शयति. सेम फॉर णवुल. रामः ग्रन्थस्य पाठकः. The Nvula Pratyaya indicates Kartrutva Shakti. That's why the other word is coming to Prathama. Anytime the other word comes in the Prathama, you understand that there is no Kartrutva Shakti by that word, so somebody else must indicate it. So, Ramaha Pathitavan. Ramaha is in Prathama, so Su Pratyaya cannot indicate Kartrutva Shakti, so somebody else must indicate Kartrutva Shakti. That's your Ktavatu. Similarly, Ramaha Granthasya Pathakaha. That's your Nvula. In the same way, some Krut Pratyayas indicate karma. So, Ramena Pathaha Pathitaha ityatra Pathadhatoho Vihitah Kta Pratyayaha Pathana Kriyayaha Karma Darshayati. Evameva Ramena Pathaha Pathaniyaha. Now you understand why I said Kta Pratyaya or Aniyar Pratyaya, even the Tavyat Pratyaya. Ramena Pathaha Pathitavyaha. Anything that is in Prathama, that Shakti will be indicated by Krut or Ting. Reverse also you can, it's easy to remember. So Ramena Patha Pathaniyaha ityatra Aniyar Pratyayaha Pathadhatoho Karma Shakti Nirdesham Karoti. Very nice question somebody is asking over here. Ramaha Gramam Gataha. In this particular sentence, Ramaha Gramam Gataha, there is a Kartarikta Pratyaya. So is it indicating Kartrutva Shakti? Yes, it is indicating Kartrutva Shakti. So Ramena Gramaha Gataha. In this sentence, Gataha indicates Karma Shakti, but Ramaha Gramam Gataha indicates Kartrutva Shakti. Very important question. Look at who is in the Prathama, and that Shakti is being indicated by the Kta Pratyaya. So in this way, the gist is that Eteshu Sarveshu Vakyeshu Vidyamana प्रथमा विभक्तेः प्रत्ययाः कारकं न दर्शयन्ति. The corresponding ting pratyaya or krut pratyaya will indicate the karaka. So the siddhanta is prathama vibhakti kutrapi karakam na darshayati. And the reasoning is exactly the same. You have to say Ramaha patham pathitavan. You should say, you will say Ramaha patham pathitavantaha. So why is the bahuvachanam added on the other entity? Same logic that we discussed for Ramaha pachati versus Ramaha pachanti. Same thing goes over here. But now understand, there is this additional caveat over here. So see what the Acharya says. I think I'll need probably 10 more minutes, but we are coming towards the end of the class. So see, the Acharya says, ting pratyase apekshaya bhinnaha vyavahara vidyate. Prathamam tu krut pratyena sarvesham karakanam nirdeshaha bhavati, and he is explaining all these things. But prathamam tu means something else will be there. Vidyaji, you have a question?
महोदय पठितवान् इत्यत्र पठितवान् इति तत्रापि सुप्रत्ययः वर्तते खलु.
Wait. That's exactly what is coming on. Very good question. That's exactly coming on the next slide. Hold on. So the second question. So the Acharya is saying there is a bhinnaha vyavaharaha. So prathamam tu krut pratyena sarvesham karakanam nirdeshaha sambhavati. The second is, so the Acharya ting krutbhya anyaha bhedaha kaha. What is the second difference? So understand this. Acharya says ततयोर मध्ये विद्यमानः द्वितीयः भेदः एतादृशः. तिङ् प्रत्ययेन यथा कारकस्य निर्देशः भवति तथैव कारकशक्तेः संख्यायाः अपि निर्देशः भवति. You have a ekvachana pratyaya called tip, dvivachana pratyaya called tas, and bahuvachana pratyaya called jhi. You have the ting pratyayas indicating sankhya. So ting pratyayas indicate karaka and they indicate sankhya. Ting pratyayas can indicate only two karakas, kartru karaka and karma karaka, but they can also indicate sankhya. Ataiva ting pratyayaha dvivachana samyakaha bahuvachana samyakaha santi. On the other hand, krut pratyayas will indicate all karakas, but they cannot indicate sankhya. Krut pratyayaihi कारकस्य एव निर्देशः भवति, संख्यायाः निर्देशः न भवति, and therefore there is no concept like ekavachana krut pratyaya versus bahuvachana krut pratyaya. When I ask you, is ktavatu pratyaya ekavachana pratyaya or bahuvachana pratyaya, that's a silly question. Ktavatu will be used in pathitavan, which is an ekavachana form, and pathitavantaha, which is a bahuvachana form. Krut pratyayeshu ekavachana dvivachana bahuvachana iti bhedaha na vidyante. Krut pratyayas do not carry sankhya. Ting pratyayas carry the sankhya. And then as the question was asked just now, the student says, I don't understand this. What do you mean there is no sankhya? Vayam krut pratyayanta shabdanam prayogam dvivachane bahuvachane api avashyam kurmaha. Ramaha patham pathitavan. Balaha patham pathitavantaha. Balaihi pathau pathitau. So I have taken one example of kartari and one example of karmani. So tarhi krut pratyeshu dvivachanam nasti bahuvachanam nasti iti bhavadbhi katham uktam. And then the Acharya says, understand the whole prakriya. Pathitavantaha has patha plus ktavatu plus jasa. The entire breakup is patha plus ktavatu plus jasa. Patha has the first pratyaya ktavatu, which is indicating karaka shakti but not the sankhya. And now I want another pratyaya which indicates sankhya but not karaka shakti. Therefore I must use just pratyaya. So atra pathadhatoho vihitaha ktavatu pratyayah केवलं कर्तृत्व शक्तिं निर्दिशति. There is no bahuvachana samyakaha krut pratyayah, but the multiplicity of that kartritva shakti is also to be indicated. Devadattaha pathitavantaha. Devadattaha is indicating multiplicity of the padartha. Now pathitavantaha should also indicate the multiplicity of the shakti. So you have patha dhatu, you have ktavatu pratyaya, and you have to add a pratyaya to indicate sankhya. That's the jasa pratyaya, and that's how the sankhya nirdeshartham jas iti pratyayah tatra sthapitah asti. Evameva pathitaha पठितौ द्विवचनम्, एवमेव पठितौ, देयर इज अ पठितौ एग्जांपल ओवर हियर, राइट? हाँ, बालः बालैः पाठौ पठितौ. सो पठितौ इत्यत्र पठ धातोः विहितः क्त प्रत्ययः केवलं कर्मशक्तिं दर्शयति, संख्यां न दर्शयति. तदुपरि स्थापितः औ प्रत्ययः संख्यां दर्शयति. अनेन प्रकारेण कृत् प्रत्ययेन संख्या निर्देशः न भवति, अपितु अनन्तरं प्रयुक्तः सुप् प्रत्ययः एव संख्यां दर्शयति. So this is the whole story of the krut pratyayas. Let's see how that is now used to indicate the vibhakti anabhihita versus abhihita. So krut pratyayena karakasya nirdeshe krute तस्य कारकस्य निर्देशार्थं पुनः प्रातिपदिकात् सुप्रत्ययः न प्रयोक्तव्यः. So for the kartari krut pratyaya, the karta padartha will get supratyaya, whereas other padarthas, that words will get correct pratyayas. Similarly, the reverse will happen for karmani krut pratyaya. So कर्तरि कृत् प्रत्ययः रामः पाठं पठितवान् इत्यत्र क्तवतु प्रत्ययेन कर्तुः कर्तृत्वशक्तेः निर्देशः भवति. अतः राम शब्दात् कर्तृवाचकः तृतीया और षष्ठी प्रत्ययः न विधीयते, अपितु पद निर्माणार्थं सुप्रत्ययः प्रयुज्यते. कर्मशक्तिः अनभिहिता अस्ति, अतः पाठम् इत्यत्र अम् प्रत्ययेन सा निर्दिश्यते. Similarly, the reverse side, रामेण पाठः पठितः क्त प्रत्ययेन अत्र कर्मणः निर्देशः भवति. There are lots of small typing mistakes. Somebody please collect them and send on the group. I'll fix it. So क्त प्रत्ययेन कर्मणः निर्देशः भवति. अतः पाठ शब्दात् कर्मवाचकः प्रत्ययेन विधीयते, अपितु पद निर्माणार्थं सुप्रत्यय विधीयते. कर्तृत्व is anabhihita, therefore Rama word gets the tritiya pratyaya for kartrutva. And then krut pratyas can also be used in bhava. You know, lyuta and ktina and so on are used in bhava, lekhanam, gamanam and so on. So bhave krut pratyaya. Here is an example. You might not understand or appreciate this is, you might think this is a wrong statement, but this is a valid Sanskrit statement. Krushnasya jagatah krutihi. Krutihi means action. This is the bhava, action. The action of Krishna and the action of creating the world. So the action of Krishna of creating the world. That's how in English it doesn't sound that. We would say action done by Krishna and so on. But the meaning is the same. Action of Krishna, action of doing the world. So Krishnasya jagatah krutihi. Here the ktin pratyaya in krutihi indicates bhava. Karma is also anabhihita, karta is also anabhihita. So you pick up the right vibhakti. It turns out to be shashti in both of these cases. So you say Krishnasya jagataha krutihi. So in this way, karma karaka, kartru karaka, all other karakas and bhava all can be indicated by the krut pratyaya, and when the entities are anabhihita by that krut pratyaya, then you can use the sutras of 2.3. And in this way, anena prakarena tadhita pratyasya api tadhita pratyena abhi abhihitatvam asti, samasena api asti, nipatena api asti, taihi api kutrachit karakasya nirdesha sambhavati. Ete vishayah asmakam abhyaskrame न सन्ति, परंतु एतैः कारकस्य निर्देशः भवति चेत् तस्य कारकस्य निर्देशार्थं पुनः सुप् प्रत्ययः न प्रयुज्यते. These are complex sentences. These are not necessarily in our required. They are not in our syllabus. So with all that background, now we have the sutram, and now we have full-fledged understanding of the anabhihite sutram. Adhikaraha ayam yad ita urdhvam anukramishyamah anabhihite ityeva tadveditavyam. Kaha arthah? Asmin adhikare uktaha niyamaha tasya vishayasya anuktatve eva prayoktavyaha. So example is karmani dvitiya. अनभिहितस्य कर्मकारकस्य निर्देशार्थं द्वितीया विभक्तिः प्रयोक्तव्या. रामः ग्रामं गच्छति इत्यत्र ग्रामपदार्थे विद्यमानं कर्मकारकम् अनभिहितम् अस्ति. तस्य निर्देशार्थं ग्रामशब्दात् कर्मणि द्वितीया इति द्वितीया विभक्तेः प्रयोगः भवति. परन्तु रामेण ग्रामः गम्यते इत्यत्र ग्रामपदार्थे विद्यमानं कर्मकारकम् अभिहितम् अस्ति. इदानीं तस्य निर्देशार्थं द्वितीया विभक्तेः प्रत्ययः पुनः न विधीयते. I still need 10 minutes. I know it's a lot. We have already covered the 90 minutes time, but I still need 10 minutes because there is one more point that I want to cover. Please pay attention. Somebody was asking yesterday, what Saptami is this Anabhihite? You can say it's Vishaya Saptami, but it's not actually. I looked into commentaries. Commentaries don't talk about the exact type of Saptami. Probably it's not relevant. So it is not Vishaya Saptami in the sense Vishaya Saptami is defined. So Vishaya Saptami is usually used in Prakriya. So Ardha Dhatuke is a Vishaya Saptami used in the context of Prakriyas. This is not a Prakriya, so they won't call it Vishaya Saptami. You can say Bhavartha Saptami or something, but I don't think there is any explicit explanation given in the commentaries. Now there are two concepts over here that I want to discuss. Sorry, this class is going a little ahead, but I want to finish this so that next week we can actually start studying the sutras of Karaka Prakaranam. Understand that in 2.3, it is not just the Karaka related vibhakti is being given. The 2.3 is the entire Vibhakti Prakaranam. You have Upapada Vibhaktis also. That is Vibhaktis in presence of words like Saha, Tritiya, Namaha, Chaturthi and so on. So Vibhaktis for specific words, we call them Upapada Vibhaktis. So Vibhaktis for specific words are also there in this Anabhihite Adhikara. And the rule Anabhihite is a common rule across the entire Adhikara, which means the Anabhihitatva is not only for the Karakas, but it is also for the Upapada Vibhaktis. The examples are very few. The majority, 99% of the applicability of the Anabhihite Adhikara is for Karakas, as that's the reason why we spend so much time on that. But there are some cases where Anabhihitatvam can be used for the Upapada Vibhaktis also. I'm just going to give you one example that's sufficient for now. The Sutra Sahayukte Pradhane, which is in the Anabhihita Adhikara, says Saha iti avyasya yoge tritiya vibhakti bhavati. Very well known rule. So putrena saha Ramaha. अत्र सह इत्यस्य योगे विद्यमानस्य पुत्र शब्दस्य तृतीया विभक्त्या निर्देशः कृतः अस्ति पुत्रेण सह रामः. But here also that anabhihitatva is hidden, and where is that needed? It is needed in this example. Take this next example, sahaputraha Ramaha. Same meaning as putrena sah Ramaha, sahaputraha Ramaha. In sahaputraha Ramaha, there is a samasa being done over here. Putrena saha iti sahaputraha. And that samasa is indicating the meaning of association, meaning of saha. Saha is not a standalone word. Samasa is indicating the meaning of saha. So remember, ting pratyayas, krut pratyayas, tadhita pratyayas, samasas also can show the karakas or other concepts. So here the samasa is indicating saha iti shabdasya artha. Ataha saha ityasya artha atra abhihitah asti. Etadrishasya abhihitasya arthasya nirdeshartham punah tritiya vibhaktihi na prayujyate. So we do not say sahaputrena Ramaha, we say sahaputraha Ramaha. This is a little bit complex topic. I'll come to it once again when we talk about the Sutram Sahayukte Pradhane. For now, I just wanted to show that Anabhihita Adhikara is not restricted to Karakas. It is also seen for Upapada Vibhaktis. And now I know the time is going up. I mean, we are running out of time. But one last slide that and then I'm done. Understand that the list of Abhihitatva is for Krud, Ting, Samasa, Tadhita and Nipata. Sup itself is not there in that list. Very, very crucial point. Sup itself is not in that list. So, sup pratyayena abhihitatvam asti chet doshaha nasti. Understand this point. When you say a visheshana visheshya pair like unnataha Ramaha, in unnataha Ramaha, or say don't say unnataha Rama, unnatam Ramam. That's a simpler way to think about it. So unnatam Ramam. So unnatam Ramam ityatra Unnata word and Rama word indicate the same padartha. There is a Rama object who is tall. Same padartha is being indicated by both the words. That padartha, the Rama padartha, has karma shakti. Ama pratyaya added to Rama indicates that karma shakti. So that karma shakti is now abhihita. But still you can add pratyaya on the unnata word again, and that is not the violation of the anabhihita adhikara, because anabhihita does not talk about sup pratyayena abhihitam. So here, even though is added on Rama, it is a sup pratyaya. Sup pratyayena abhihitatvam na chintaniyam. So understand this last dialogue and then we will stop. Acharya Devadattaha vruksham pashyati इत्यत्र वृक्ष पदार्थे विद्यमानं कर्मत्वं तिङ् प्रत्ययेन अभिहितं नास्ति, अतः तस्य निर्देशार्थं कर्मणि द्वितीया इति सूत्रेण द्वितीया विभक्तेः अं प्रत्ययः प्रयोक्तव्यः इति सर्वं स्पष्टं। परन्तु देवदत्तः उन्नतं वृक्षं पश्यति इत्यस्मिन् वाक्ये उन्नत शब्दात् तथा च वृक्ष शब्दात् उभयत्रापि अं प्रत्ययः कथं प्रयुक्तः? द्वाभ्याम अपि शब्दाभ्याम एकस्यैव पदार्थस्य निर्देशः भवति, अतः एकवारं वृक्ष शब्दात् अं प्रत्यये प्रयुक्ते वृत्तेन वृक्ष पदार्थे विद्यमानस्य कर्मस्य अभिहितत्वात् तस्यैव कर्मत्वस्य निर्देशार्थं पुनः उन्नत शब्दात् अं प्रत्ययः कथं प्रयुक्तः? So Acharya says, very good question, but you are forgetting the fundamental problem or the fundamental theorem. Abhihitatvam kasya sandarbhena chintaniyam? Abhihitatvam tinkrut tadhita samasa nipatasya sandarbhena chintaniyam. But sup is not in that list. So when vruksha gets a sup pratyaya indicating karma, unnata has no problem in getting sup pratyaya. And therefore, you can still say Ramaha unnatam vruksham pashyati, having multiple pratipadikas having the same pratyaya simply contributes to visheshana vishesha. It does not violate this particular anabhihita adhikara. So अत्र द्वाभ्याम अपि शब्दाभ्याम कर्म निर्देशार्थम सुप्रत्यय अवश्यमेव प्रयोक्तव्यः। सुप्रत्ययेन कारके अभिहिते पुनः अन्यस्मात् शब्दात् तस्यैव कारकस्य निर्देशार्थं सुप्रत्ययः अवश्यं प्रयोक्तुं शक्यते. This is the last jewel in this entire discussion of anabhihita adhikara, where we completed the discussion of ting krut, and now we are saying sup pratyayena abhihitatvam na chintaniyam. With this, we will stop. This class, we have done significant amount of Shastra discussion. Please visit the class once, twice, thrice, listen to it slowly again. Starting next week, so from the next class, we are now going to enter the sutras of Karaka Prakaranam. So next week, we will have the sutras of Karaka Prakaranam, and in the next week, in the week after that, we'll have the sutras of the Vibhakti Prakaranam. There are some hand raised over there. Yogi ji, you have to ask something.
Acharya, this is from the last two previous slides, in fact, in the sense, two classes slides. If it's not inconvenient. In Kumuda Gandha, immediately after an, normally Adivruddhi should take place. No?
Correct, but an is getting converted to shang, right? So pratyaya conversion happens. Therefore, that adivruddhi was not shown. You can do the adivruddhi and then do the conversion. That's not an issue. In the slide that I have shown, I first did a substitution and then I did adivruddhi. It's the same thing.
And secondly, in Anchu, there that Yalopa is because of Haladiti something.
That is out of syllabus, out of scope. Let's not go into that. Okay.
Because there was a question.
There was no question about this. There is no question that asks you about Nakara Lopa. You should read the question and only answer what is asked. Don't venture into unknown territories. Okay?
Okay, okay. Fine. Thanks.
Any other questions? Okay. If there are no questions, then Samapayamaha. Yesterday's class and today's class are pretty loaded. please listen to them. Somebody is saying 0.5 speed. So yes, please listen to them twice, thrice, 4 times. This is not a simple concept to understand. People are asking for 1 week break. Let's discuss on the group. If you really need 1 week break for absorbing this material, I'm happy to give 1 week break. That's not an issue. The course will get delayed, but if you are really going to use that week for listening and re-listening about this particular yesterday's class and today's class, we can take a break. Today's homework, yesterday's homework, all are uploaded on the portal. I don't need to discuss that. You can go through the homework sheets. Okay, Samapayama, I think we are running out of time. We will discuss whether the class is going to be in the next week or not. We'll discuss that on the group. And whenever you find typing mistakes in the PPTs, please send me on the group. Samapayamaha. अष्टादि जगन्माता यस्य चित्तात् समुत्थिता वेदानाम् उपकाराय तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. शब्द ब्रह्म समाराध्य कृतवान्यो विलक्षणं सर्वाश्चर्यमिदं शास्त्रं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. येन धौता गिरः पुंसां विमलैः शब्दवारिभिः तमश्चाज्ञानजं भिन्नं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. धन्यवादः.